Hello, it's been a while since I've done these kinds of videos, but I've been up to a lot. If you don't know me, my name is Loeva, I'm a freelance artist and I'm currently working on making my own animated short film from scratch, and I'm applying to concept art jobs in the film and animation industry. So it's been pretty hectic the past year. I've shared bits and pieces in short form content, but I'm really excited to return to long form videos so that I can give deeper looks at everything I'm working on and hopefully connect in more meaningful ways as I keep going down this journey of trying to become an artist. So a while ago I started dreaming about this animated short film. The concept was beginning to take some shape and I can't fully describe it, but it just felt important, like there was something that I needed to say. So I started doing little drawings and concept pieces, rough character designs, just bits and pieces, and I was just having fun going down this little path of building this small world. And I kind of thought it might just fade away, but it didn't. It just kept growing. And then I saw a course at one of my favorite animation schools that I follow online. You might have heard of them. They're called Gobelin. It was about storyboarding and creating a short animatic. And if you don't know, an animatic is like a preliminary animated version of storyboards. So almost like a rough version of an animation where you get to test timing, pacing, and story flow before going into full production. And I realized, oh, that kind of lines up pretty well with where I'm at. I've got a vague story and I've got some characters and I know which direction I'm going in kind of, but I should really figure it out. So I applied, why not? And then I actually got in. So I spontaneously packed my bags and I went to Europe and I stayed with my grandparents for a few months and did the intensive course online. Not only was it a great excuse to travel, but it was also great to do the classes during the daytime instead of doing it in the dead of night from Australia. And I had the time of my life. I loved doing that course and I met some awesome people and I heard from some really inspiring industry professionals, got introduced to this whole new world of pre-production in the film industry. I learnt so much and I just fell in love with storyboarding, to be honest. During that course I storyboarded and did a 3-minute animatic of a potential ending for my film, but after finishing the course and having enjoyed it so much, I started to think, why not just storyboard the entire narrative myself and maybe work towards actually making a film. So since then, I've gone all in, writing the film, storyboarding, teaching myself filmmaking in 2D and 3D and trying some animation tests and working towards my dream delusional project. And over the past year, I really have been working on it along with a lot of other stuff. When I got back from Europe, I decided to take part in ChromaCore 2025, which is like this big online art competition. I didn't get anywhere with it, but it really showed me how much I still had to learn in concept art and character design, but also how much I loved it. And I felt at home in that kind of community and it was just a huge learning experience and so much fun. When I was home, I also took some intensive courses in concept art and just overall started developing my skills in that area more seriously. And I also started developing more concept art for my film. And then as I started developing more of the full story, I realized that some support would go a really long way. So I applied for a grant to support making a full animatic with a mentor. My mentor from Gobelin, actually. Basil Malik. I thought we worked really well together during the course, so when my grant was approved, I was really excited to do it again. So around September, I started storyboarding. Throughout this long and challenging process, I also started exploring and studying and testing for a potential animation test. I was imagining like a 3D, 2D hybrid style, something that's hyper stylized and that uses my background in fine art to my advantage. I barely had any 3D experience before this, but I just really wanted to try it out myself. I thought it would be fun and fulfilling, not to mention a huge learning experience. And there's no better way to learn and retain information than by doing it yourself, along with all the mistakes and learning from them. At least that's how it is for me anyway. So that brings us to now. The last month in particular has been hectic. I've been working on my portfolio and trying to fill in the gaps, applying to jobs in the film and animation industry, applying to internships, not to mention working on my own film, starting to refine the animatic, but also trying to do more 3D tests. I kind of thought I'd be done by now, but instead of rushing to get it finished, I'd rather take extra time that I need to make it as best as I can. And that reminds me actually that voice acting auditions and casting should be coming up really soon, which I'm really excited about. I'm really excited to bring my animatic to a more refined stage with voice actors and emotion, and just collaborating with other passionate creatives sounds really fulfilling. So if that sounds like something that you'd like to do and you're interested in my project and you'd like to be a voice actor in my animatic, definitely audition. I'd be really excited to hear from you. So yeah, that's going to be exciting. I've also been a juror this week. I've been summoned to be a juror, and for the past week I've been in court. So that's been really illuminating. And I'm also preparing to go to Europe in about a month and a half. It's for holidays and family, but also kind of a work away. I'm planning to go to Budapest first for a month and just bring my freelance work with me and work on my film, and it will just be dedicated time to be in my own world and just working on my stuff, and I'm really excited. And I'm excited to film it and start sharing long form videos again with you, and I really hope you enjoy them. And if you do, please make sure to like the video, subscribe of course, comment if you can. It really helps with the algorithm and I really appreciate it. A big thank you to my Patreons for supporting my work and supporting my film. It really means a lot and it goes a long way. And if you want to support my work directly and support the film that I'm making, that's the place to do it. On Patreon I share more inside looks into what I'm working on, more insights into my film and anything else that I'm doing really. And if there's anything in particular you want to see, you can just let me know. There's a link in my bio where you can go and check it out. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next video. In the meantime, you can find me on Instagram where I share short form videos and just little snippets, especially now that I'll be getting ready to go to Europe. I share stories and stuff like that. But yeah, that's it really. Okay, thank you, bye.